As the pressure of the Scholastic Aptitude Test continues to weigh heavily upon the Cooper household, the episode skillfully transitions from surface-level academic anxiety into a profound generational clash that lies at the emotional heart of this installment of One Day at a Time. Julie's rebellion against the expected path of college attendance emerges not as sudden defiance but as the culmination of mounting internal doubts brilliantly captured through extended, emotionally charged dialogue that reveals the depth of her character and the vulnerabilities of her mother Anne. This section of the script stands as a masterclass in 1970s sitcom writing, balancing sharp humor with raw honesty, as it explores the fears of a young woman confronting an uncertain future and a single mother desperate to shield her daughter from the hardships she herself endured. The confrontation ignites when Julie, exhausted, yet resolute, announces her decision: she is not going to college at all. Anne's immediate reaction, declaring it the dumbest thing Julie has ever said, is delivered with a mix of disbelief and maternal alarm that rings universally true. What follows is a lengthy overlapping exchange that feels authentically chaotic, with Barbara interjecting her characteristic sarcasm and Schneider attempting to insert his well-meaning but clumsy advice. Julie's assertion that "I am me and me doesn't want to go to college" encapsulates the spirit of youthful individualism rising in the 1970s, an era when the counterculture's emphasis on personal fulfillment began, challenging traditional markers of success, such as higher education. The writers demonstrate exceptional insight into teenage psychology here. Julie articulates a deep-seated frustration. Everyone around her has been planning her life, what college she should attend, what major she should pursue, what career she should chase, without truly consulting her. This sentiment resonates powerfully in the context of the decade, as young people influenced by the social upheavals of the late 1960s and early 1970s increasingly questioned authority and sought authentic self-discovery. Her declaration that she is blowing her own future by following others' scripts is both rebellious and heartbreakingly vulnerable. The script allows her to voice these fears without reducing her to a stereotype, painting her instead as a thoughtful, if directionless, young woman grappling with the weight of expectations. Anne's response reveals her own unresolved pain and fierce protective instincts. As a single mother who did not attend college, she has paid what she describes as a lifelong price for that absence. Her admission that she feels awkward around more educated people and is constantly playing catch-up carries genuine emotional weight. In 1970s America, where economic opportunities were expanding unevenly, and women were navigating new roles in the workforce, Anne embodies the sacrifices of a generation that fought for their children to have doors open that remained closed to them. Her insistence on college as a matter of common sense, likening it to a law handed down from on high, reflects the era's growing faith in formal education as the primary route to stability, especially for daughters in single-parent homes. The dialogue crackles with authenticity as Julie counters with real-world examples from their circle. Mr. Hilgard, an aerospace engineer with a doctorate who has been unemployed for 3 years, and Jenny Talbert, a teacher now working as a cashier at the supermarket. These references ground the argument in the economic uncertainties of the 1970s, a period marked by stagflation, energy crises, and questions about the value of traditional credentials. Julie's point that a college degree does not guarantee a future strikes at the core of the episode's thematic exploration, the gap between parental dreams and youthful realism. Anne concedes some ground intellectually but remains emotionally invested, arguing that a degree at least provides an edge over those with only high school diplomas. The exchange escalates when Julie reveals her alternative plan, taking a year to backpack through Europe with her friend Nancy. Anne's incredulity turns to outright opposition, especially upon learning Julie intends to use her college fund. The Italian expression fat the chance, a humorous mangling of fat chance, provides a moment of levity amid the tension, showcasing the script's ability to punctuate serious conflict with character-driven humor. Anne's recounting of the years of struggle to save for her daughter's education adds layers to her character, transforming her from an authority figure into a woman whose love is expressed through hard-won financial security and structured opportunity. Throughout this clash, Barbara serves as a sharp-witted chorus, her comments providing comic relief while occasionally siding with her sister in ways that highlight sibling solidarity. Schneider's intervention, sharing his regret over not using the GI Bill after his army service, adds another generational perspective. His vivid imaginings of alternate careers: engineer, architect, even surgeon, with his brilliant hands, installing hot valves instead of flush valves, blend pathos and absurdity. A hallmark of his character that lightens the heavier themes without undermining them. What makes this sequence remarkable is its refusal to resolve the conflict neatly. Julie's arguments about independence, her fear of disappointing her mother, should she fail at college, and her desire to discover what she truly wants before committing 4 years of her life are presented with nuance. Anne's counterarguments, rooted in her own regrets and love, are equally compelling. The script captures the painful irony that Anne's push for Julie to achieve what she could not is itself becoming a source of alienation. Julie's accusation that her mother's huge blind spot about college stems from personal obsession rather than objective truth lands with emotional force, prompting Anne to momentarily question her approach. This rebellion scene also subtly addresses evolving gender roles. Julie questions whether every woman must pursue a professional path, suggesting instead the validity of alternative lifestyles, including traditional roles like wife and mother if chosen freely. In the 1970s, such discussions reflected broader feminist conversations about choice autonomy and the rejection of one-size-fits-all prescriptions for women's lives. The episode handles these ideas with warmth and humor rather than didacticism, allowing characters to disagree passionately while remaining fundamentally loving. The pacing of the confrontation is masterful. Long stretches of dialogue are broken by physical stage business. Julie standing when told to sit, Anne's pleased to talk reasonably, moments of near tears, and reconciliation attempts, creating a rhythm that mirrors real family arguments. The writing appreciates the complexity of single motherhood. Anne is neither villain nor flawless hero, but a woman doing her imperfect best under pressure. Her eventual softening, acknowledging that taking a year off might not be the worst idea while still protecting the college fund, demonstrates growth and the episode's optimistic view of familial resilience. Julie's insecurity about not knowing her path, her admission that the uncertainty scares her, humanizes her rebellion. It is not mere teenage contrarianism but a genuine existential fear common to many young people of the era who witnessed rapid social change and questioned inherited definitions of success. The script's deep appreciation for this uncertainty elevates the sitcom beyond escapism into meaningful commentary on coming of age in 1970s America. As the argument reaches its emotional peak with Julie retreating to study despite everything, and Anne expressing pride mixed with exasperation, the audience is left with a rich understanding of the stakes. This clash is not simply about college versus Europe, it is about identity, autonomy, parental legacy, and the universal struggle to balance guidance with freedom. The writer's commitment to chronological flow and character consistency ensures that every line serves both comedic and dramatic purposes, resulting in television that feels profoundly relatable decades later. The gentle satire on parental aspirations shines through Schneider's and Anne's well-intentioned but sometimes overbearing advice, contrasted with Julie's yearning for space to breathe and discover. Barbara's role as mediator and commentator adds another layer, illustrating how siblings navigate these storms together. In every respect, this section exemplifies why One Day at a Time succeeded as groundbreaking television. It treated serious issues with respect, humor, and heart, never talking down to its audience. The episode's exploration of future fears through this mother-daughter confrontation remains timeless. It captures the essence of teenage rebellion not as rejection of love but as a plea for understanding, and single motherhood not as failure but as a courageous ongoing act of devotion. Through sharp dialogue, authentic emotion, and thoughtful cultural contextualization, the script invites viewers to reflect on their own family dynamics while thoroughly entertaining them with the messy beauty of imperfect love.